Oh, I'll tell you who they are. Oh yeah. Here's the people I hate. And I don't mean hate like, oh, I hate chocolate cake. No, I mean, I hate these people, all right? If you are one of these people that gets offended on behalf of another group, eat a bag of dicks. Just a bag of dicks. Not the fun size bag. No, the family size bag of dicks. Just never stop shoving dicks in your mouth. Why do people do this? Why? Why do people care so much about shit that has nothing to do with them? And the worst part is that they think they're being so good. They think they're being a champion. I hope you know that when you get offended on behalf of another group, what you're doing is infinitely times more racist than whatever pissed you off in the first place. Because what you're doing is you're turning to that group and you're saying, hey, you're not smart enough to know you're being made fun of right now. But don't worry, I know you were made fun of, and I'm gonna do something about it. No, don't get up. Stay there, I'll handle it, I got this, master race on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Why do people do this? And I know they do this. I had a woman come up to me recently after a show, angry, pissed off. Brad, I was so offended when you said the word midget. I was like, right, because you have other family members who are dwarfs. No. You have children that are little people. No. Then why the f do you care? Why do you care? This doesn't affect you. It doesn't change your life. I would understand if every time I said the word midget, that was some sort of call to arms to all the little people out there to rise up and fight our tall oppressors. And then when you guys got home, there were midgets just flying in your windows, doing shoulder rolls and then drop kicking your puppy. Okay, I would get that. But literally nothing happens to you. And who the f are you to tell me what I could say about my own people? I hope you realize I've been a midget my entire life. All 32 years. It's not like I was 6'4", things weren't going so well, so I hacked off a couple of feet and said, let's give this a shot. That didn't happen. Why do people care so much about things that don't affect them? Why would anyone give a shit if weed is legal or not? Listen, if you don't smoke weed, great, don't smoke weed. But don't stop someone else from doing it, because them doing that action doesn't affect you whatsoever. Same thing with gay marriage. Listen, if you're not gay, who gives a shit if gay marriage is legal or not? If 2 gay people get married, didn't change your life. Didn't affect you whatsoever. Why do people give a shit about that? And why do people give a shit when I drive in my car and I sing every lyric to Katy Perry's Firework? Why? I love that song. That's a great song. It's an inspirational song. Helps me feel better about myself. Now, I understand that joke is not funny, all right? It's not. But I say it every night because one of these nights, one of you people in the audience, you are going to know Katy Perry and you're going to tell her about that joke. She's going to be intrigued by that joke. She is going to want to come see one of my shows. She's going to laugh at my comedy show. She's going to want to meet me afterward. I will meet Katy Perry and then I will finally get a chance to motorboat damn titties. I'm not trying to do this whole social change thing. I just want to get in there. Baby, that's it.
I'm supposed to stand up here and I'm supposed to tell you that you should love each other and not care. But I can't do that because I understand hate and I understand that unmitigated, unbridled sense of rage that you can feel toward a stranger. Because I fly out of LAX at least 4 times a week. So I get it. I was at the airport. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm a morning person and I'm a people person. But there was a woman, we had the whole airport to stand. She was like right here. And I don't know if it's because I was wearing Britney Spears perfume. She wanted to be near some white trash. I don't know what it was. She was just in my junk and it was annoying. And the thing is, I know how crazy I am. I don't know how crazy she is. So I didn't want to say anything to her, but I start to get upset. And the sadistic wheels in my head start turning. And I start thinking about not only how much I hate her, how I want to kill her, how I want to dispose of the body, what horrible parent she must have had that gave this child no idea about spatial relations, what kind of a sleeper hold I could put her in if we ever got into some sort of octagon situation. And the whole thing comes to a screeching halt because she simply looks at me and goes, oh, sorry, didn't mean to crowd you, and moves. Now I'm left with a resting heart rate of 1,000 and a sweat mustache. And I realized something. Rage doesn't dissipate. It builds, because it's energy. It can't disappear. It builds, and it builds, and it builds, and it builds, until one day you get a tumor or you flip the out on a toll booth worker. It's one of the two. That's how these things happen, and it's not your fault. It's society's fault. Specifically television, specifically Corn Pops commercials from the early 90s. Remember these commercials? There's a boy, he's sitting there. He's a teenager, because that's when the rage starts. He's eating his Corn Pops. We don't know what's on his mind. Probably thinking about how he's gonna torture the neighborhood squirrel. We don't know. His brother comes in, messing with him. Hey dude, what's up? Whoop, got your Pops. Something goes off in this kid's head. And you start to hear that psycho inner monologue, right? He's like, oh my God, he's got my Pops. Now I'll never have cereal. Now I'll never eat again. I need my cereal now. What if I can't survive? How am I gonna feed this demon that's living in my stomach? I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm gonna bring a gun to school if I don't get my cereal. His brother comes back. He's like, never mind, bro. You can have him back. Sweat mustache. Gotta have my Pops. Gotta have a sedative. Are you out of your mind? That is cereal. The point is, folks, there's enough cereal to go around, so learn to share with your brother. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Here's the thing. Similar interests are not what keep a marriage afloat. If you really want to stay together for a very, very long time, you don't have to have similar interests. Because they'll tell you, if your girlfriend is like a parasailer, they go, looks like somebody's gonna learn how to parasail. No, you don't have to, at all. You don't have to have similar interests to be happy together. You know what you have to have? Similar hates. Yeah. Similar hates. The couple that hates together loves together. And my wife and I are the dynamic duo of hatred. We hate everyone that's not in this room right now. You know you're married to the right person when weird things happen, you know. Ever hate somebody, you don't know why they hate them, and your wife tells you why you hate that person, you're like, oh, wow, you're the best. And I mean that completely sincerely. Strange things happen. I remember once I was driving down Sunset Boulevard, and it was one of those strange days where I said to myself, wow, I've been mean all day. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I've been kind of a dick all day. I've been grouchy all day. And it's very rare to do that much like self-reflection. I'm like, wow, I've been like crabby, I've been mean. I got in an argument with a stranger on Twitter, like that, like what? Like for an hour and a half, I'm arguing with Milk Lady 420 about the Jets season, like crazy. From now on, I'm going to be nice for the rest of the day. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to say anything negative about anybody the entire rest of the day. The moment I had that thought on Sunset Boulevard, a guy walked out of a tattoo parlor with denim cutoff shorts, flip-flops, a Def Leppard t-shirt, and I'm like, oh. I'm just staring at the guy and I'm sweating, and my wife goes like this, oh, look at this asshole. Oh, mi corazón. I was gonna let that ball roll out of bounds, and he just dove on the court and put that shit back in play. Yeah, f that guy, I hate him. Let's hate him. Similar hates. We don't like the same TV shows. If you looked at our TiVos, you wouldn't even think we knew each other. My wife's TiVo is like Food Network, Barefoot Contessa. Don't tell Jeffrey. How bad could that be? You're welcome. Dateline ID, like 40 Dateline ID murder shows. And then at the very bottom, there's like 18 House Hunters International. Yeah, ladies love House Hunters International. My TiVo is like UFC fight, boxing match, fight, Daily Show, Olbermann, fight. Now, if I was ever murdered, the FBI would look at my wife's TiVo and go, oh, this is an easy case. She obviously gave him poison chicken. Next, I'm making Jeffrey's chicken. How bad could that be? She obviously made him poison chicken, watched Dateline ID to learn how to get away with it, and then bought a condo in Toronto from an Indian landlord. We don't have to like all the same things because every once in a while the streams will cross. I remember I was watching a fight downstairs. It was a UFC fight, and there was a fighter on my television, this kid, Uriah Faber. Great kid, all right? Really great fighter, California kid, gorgeous, good looking, 135 pounds. He was just on my radio show. I interviewed him. He was a great interview, very kind, very humble. 2 days later, I'm watching pay-per-view, and I'm watching him just punch the shit out of some Brazilian guy, and I should be having a good time, but for some reason, I don't like him. My wife comes downstairs to get a Coke Zero out of the refrigerator, looks at the TV for 1 second and goes, "Who's the asshole with cornrows?" Oh, I love you. I don't know why I hated him until you let me know why I hate. There is no worse look than a white guy with cornrows. None. None. I take that back. White woman with cornrows. Yike! That is a bad look. That's when it's time to go home from vacation. When you're so drunk, you think cornrows is a good idea on your white head. Gentlemen, you're sitting in the hotel room just watching Sports Center, and all of a sudden your wife comes through the doors plowed. She's like, "A Jamaican guy braiding my hair for $4 on the beach." Time to go home. Wrap it up. That is a look that either says you drank too much on vacation or you're in jail and you're surviving. I remember when my wife was watching House Hunters International. And I go upstairs to get a pair of socks. I look up at the TV for 1 second. Now remember, I don't watch House Hunters. We explained that earlier. You know what? This is why I don't like the show House Hunters. You save all of your money to buy your dream house. And then you're in your dream house, and you're watching House Hunters. You watch somebody else's dream house, and you go, "Oh, fuck, I could have had that? Where's my realtor? I'm gonna headbutt his face. This sucks." My wife is watching House Hunters. I come upstairs. All I wanted to do is get a pair of socks. I come upstairs. I go to get a pair of socks. I look up the screen. Again, 1 second. 1 second is all I need to know. There is a couple on the television that is the most disgusting couple I've ever seen in my life. Every single person in this room has that one couple in their neighborhood that when they walk down the street, you elbow each other and you go, "Oh my God, here they come. Look, here they come." And you know the couple I'm talking about, like matching red sweatsuits. They got fanny packs, green visors, and they're walking teacup Yorkies, and they wearing ankle weights. You're like, "Here they come. Look, here they come." This couple was worse than even that couple. I look up, there's a man standing there, little portly gentleman, a little heavy, but he's wearing a leather vest, no shirt on underneath. And his nipples are way too big. They're peeking out the side. He's got like giant silver dollar pancake nipples. That's what he wore when he knew he was gonna be on television. I'll wear my good vest. With no shirt on underneath. And his nipples are peeking like, "Are we on television?" The wife looks like Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. You know, every lady, everyone here has got that one lady in the neighborhood. She's got the fucked up home perm, the colors aren't right. The top's not the same color as the bottom. She's got some flowery moo-moo. She's always trying to sell you jewelry, right? It's always like topaz and quartz, and she goes, "I made it myself." And you're like, "Well, that means I can make it myself. What kind of fucking businesswoman are you nut?" This couple was disgusting. And I stopped at the sock drawer, and the TV is right here in front of the sock drawer. And I said, I didn't realize I said it out loud. I went, "Oh my God, these people are terrible." And from behind me, I hear, "Will you stay?" I look behind me and I notice for the first time, my wife is completely under the blankets, up to here, just the remote sticking out, like she's watching The Exorcist alone at night. I go, do you want me to stay? She goes, I T-voted. I've already watched it twice. They're disgusting people. We could watch it again. You can get in bed. We can hate them together. And I'm like, well, I know what I'm doing with my afternoon. Let's hate. A couple that hates together, loves together. Similar hates.